Hello learners, how are you all? I hope everyone is keeping happy and healthy. So today I welcome you to the first session of the topic pair of linear equations in two variables. Children, this is chapter 3 of class 10th mathematics. So before we start with the new topic, let's have a quick recap of what we have studied in grade 9th. To start with, what are algebraic expressions? Any expression which has a constant and a variable in relation to each other. That means if we have a variable x and a constant 3 is multiplied with x, this would be termed as an algebraic expression. Now children, if I write it in some other form, for example, to this algebraic expression 3x, if I add another constant which is 5, so this becomes 3x plus 5. This will also be termed as an algebraic expression wherein 3x and 5 are the two different terms. Now in this algebraic expression, we can see that the degree of the variable, what is the variable here? Variable here is x. Degree refers to the power or the exponent of x, which is 1 here. Since the degree of the variable is 1, this can be termed as linear. You can call it as a linear expression. You can also call it as a linear polynomial. This can be called as a linear polynomial. So children, when two linear polynomials, say 3x plus 5, and let us take another linear polynomial, say 7x plus 9, when they are equated to each other, they give rise to a linear equation. We can see there is an equality sign, and that's why it refers to a linear equation. Now coming back to the topic that we have to start. Pair of linear equations in two variables. Pair stands for 2. We have just now seen what are linear equations. Equations which have a degree 1, they are called as linear equations. Then two variables. The examples that we have just now seen carried one variable x only. But if any linear equation, say 3x plus 5y is equal to 9. In this linear equation, we have two variables x and y, and hence it is termed as a linear equation in two variable. Now children, I'm sure you all must be thinking, why are we studying this topic? What is the importance? So I'll quickly give you an example. Let's say on a particular morning, your mother realizes that there are no fruits lying at home. So she asks your father to bring the fruits while he returns from the office. In the afternoon time, your mother thinks that your father may get late today, and before the dinner she has to serve certain fruits to you. So what she does, there is a store in the society. She went to the store and she buys 3 kg of apples and 2 kg of mangoes for say rupees 540. Now while father is returning from office, so he thinks, let me buy the fruits again from the same departmental store. So he buys 2 kgs of apples and 3 kg of mangoes from the same store at, for example, 350 rupees. Now when father comes home, there are a lot of fruits lying at the home. So that means when they sit together, now your father and mother, if they want to calculate what is the per kg cost of apple and mangoes, so they can calculate it using the topic pair of linear equations in two variables. So children, linear equations are lying all around us. So now when at home we have so many fruits lying, so we are going to consume, we are going to stay healthy, and in case we are unable to consume, don't let them spoil, give it to the needy ones, right? So let me take you to the topic again. Linear equations in two variables, the standard form of linear equation is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Children, please pay attention. This is the general or the standard form of a linear equation. While looking at this equation, we can see a is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y, and c is a constant term. Since we are talking of two equations, we can write them in the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So can we guess from here what are a1 and a2? a1 and a2 are the coefficients of x in the two equations. b1 and b2 are the coefficients of y, and c1 and c2 are the constant terms. For example, 3x minus 5y minus 9 is equal to 0 is one equation. 4x plus 7y plus 18 is equals to 0 is the second equation. We can see in the standard form of a linear equation, the value of c, that is the constant, should always be on the left hand side of the equation. On the right hand side, there is always a 0. Right, children? So from here, if I ask you what is the value of a1, it will be 3. What is the value of b1? 5. No, it's not 5. Value of b1 is minus 5. The signs go along the coefficients, right? Similarly, value of c1 is minus 9. a2 is 4. b2 will be 7 and c2 will be plus 18. Right, children? Linear equation, as the name suggests, when we will try to plot it on the Cartesian plane, it will always give us a straight line graph, no matter whether it passes through the origin or not. Let me demonstrate an example. For example, I am writing a linear equation here. Let's say 2x plus 5y minus 9 is equal to 0. Can we all see a line? Yes. Suppose I am writing another equation, since we are dealing with pair of linear equations. So let me say another equation is 3x plus 5y plus 12 is equal to 0. So this is the graph for first line and this is the graph for second line. Can we all see? See, children, when we have two lines, just imagine all around yourself. You can see pair of lines in the room that you are sitting. The two lines can sometimes be intersecting. They can also be parallel or they may be coincident lines. For example, the graph that we have seen right away, that represented intersecting lines. Let's say this is line L1, this is line L2, and this is the point of intersection. Children, we can see this is the common point which is lying on both the lines. So that's why this is called as the solution of the two equations, right? So two lines can be intersecting. When we say intersecting, that means they will intersect at one point. In another case, there can be two lines which are parallel lines. What do we mean by parallel lines? The lines which never meet. You may extend them indefinitely in both the directions, but they will never meet. Since they are not meeting, they will not have any solution. Now, third type of line. For example, I have drawn this as first line L1, and there is another line which is lying exactly on the previous line L2. Can we see that both the lines are overlapping with each other? These sort of lines are called as coincident lines. Right, children? So, in this class, we have studied the two equations are said to be linear when the degree of the variable is 1. The standard form of pair of linear equations in two variables would be ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. We have also seen that the two lines can either be intersecting lines, they can be parallel lines, or they are coincident lines, right? So that's all for this class. See you in the next session. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye everyone.